All right, so this is what's going to happen. We are going to work out some order of operations problems that I put on the board. Just a minute, let me explain what's going to happen, then I'll ask you a question. Now, on Monday, there is a very high probability that you'll be assigned pages 319 through 320 for a class assignment that will be due Thursday. Why Thursday, you ask? Because there's no school on Friday. Okay? Why not? It's because the butterflies are flying out of Capistrano that day. So they don't
Veterans Day!
Oh, Veterans Day. I knew there was some reason.
Because that's my birthday, the day before my birthday.
Now, we recorded a video in my first class that did some problems over order of operations with the grouping symbols. We recorded a video in my second class that did some problems over order of operations using grouping symbols, and now we're going to do it in this class. Now, one of the places I might accidentally choose problems that are going to be on page 319, 320. I might have chosen some in my first class. I might have chosen some in my second class. And maybe, who knows, I'll choose some in this class too, Kelly. Who knows? What do you need?
Are you videoing?
I don't know. Does it matter?
No.
Sit down.
It doesn't matter.
In your journal, I want you to write down the following problem.
Yes, sir.
In your journal, I want you to write down that problem. This problem, which might accidentally be problem 4. It might accidentally be problem 4.
This is easy.
Yes.
Solve it.
All right, so think time. Think time. For this particular problem, I want you to think about where we're going to start and be able to explain to me why we are starting where you said. So think about it. Be able to tell me when I call on you. Put the book away. You don't need your textbook. Be able to tell me when I call on you where we're going to start on this particular problem and why we are starting there on this particular problem. Clara, on this particular problem, where would we start? Do what? Add what numbers? Good. We're going to find the sum of 15 and 5. Why did you say that happens first, Clara? Because it's inside the largest grouping symbol, the brackets. We always start inside the grouping symbols. So this problem has brackets. That's the biggest grouping symbol. So that's where we're starting. Inside the brackets, we have problems with parentheses. So we're going to then do the parentheses next. You with me, Kelly?
I thought you were doing 5 times 2.
Well, if they're in parentheses, we work from left to right. Since we have this in parentheses and this in parentheses, we work left to right. If there were not any parentheses, then we would multiply before we add. But since there are parentheses, and they're both in parentheses, we just do them in order. So, Clara, you told me I do 15. I find the sum of 15 and 5. What is the sum of 15 and 5? 20. Now, Clara also said We do the parentheses. So Clara, what's the product of 5 and 2? 10. Okay, so now I've solved the parentheses that were located in the bracket. The parentheses that were located in the bracket, I brought down the answers that would be in those parentheses. Then I brought down everything outside of the bracket that I've yet to use. So now, Austin, $6 billion man. What in this problem would we do next?
20 plus 10.
Why?
Because it's in the brackets.
Good. It is inside the brackets. It's in our grouping symbol. So we start with whatever's in our grouping symbol. And $6 million man, what'd you get?
30. Good job.
We bring down everything we haven't used yet. And class, I want you to think. Use some think time. This is tough. This is tough. Class, what is 30 divided by 3?
10.
10, thank you. 10, thank you. So you may see this on an assignment that I might accidentally assign 319, 320 that I might give you to do on Monday.
Wait, can we do it while we're in our book?
How would I know if you did?
Because we would generally listen to it on Monday.
All right, let's look at another one.
Number 3. Number 5.
Let's look at...
Oh no, he's doing it.
All right, writing it down wrong. Sorry.
What problem is right?
I can't remember what problem it is.
It's right there.
Okay, we're not... I got too much talking. You're writing this down.
What problem is this one?
I just said I'm not going to tell you. All right, for those of you watching at home, please write that down. Pause the video. Solve the problem. And then we'll go over the answer. I forgot to put my closing bracket on here. Make sure I get that done here. Forgot to put my closing bracket there. So those of you in here are writing down that problem. Yes, you are, $6 million man.
Yes. Oh, yes.
Okay, so we have brackets, we have parentheses, we have addition, subtraction, addition, multiplication. Now in this particular problem, Maya, where would we start, Maya? Good. I would find the difference of 11 and 7. Notice how I'm using the correct academic, mathematic vocabulary. You're going to be starting to write out step by step in sentences what you're going to do to solve problems. So be listening and paying attention as I'm doing this. And Maya, the difference of 7 and 11 is 4. Now inside the brackets, I have another set of parentheses. The inside of that other set of parentheses asks me to find the product of 5 and 3. Tamara, what's the product of 5 and 3? $15. Excellent. Jaden, why did I put the floating dot there?
Because that's a multiplication sign.
Good. That is a multiplication sign. It saves us when we start algebra so that we don't get the X confused with the multiplication sign. Now we still, in this expression, we still have brackets. So Cole, Cole, inside the brackets, what does it ask us to do?
Add 4 plus 15.
Good. It asks us to find the sum of 4 and 15. Simone, you're with us?
Yeah.
Okay, it asks us to find the sum of 4 and 15, which is what, Cole?
19.
19. Now we've done everything in the brackets. I bring down everything I have yet to use. Miss Scott, you're on task, right? Okay. Just checking. Just checking. So now we only have one expression left, and that is to find the sum of 32 and 19. Brindley, what is the sum of 32 and 19?
41.
41.
No.
No, not 41. Shh. Shh. She'll get it. Did you add 9 and 2? Did you carry a 1?
Hold on. It equals fish.
Why are you trying to be funny? Do you need to leave? Because this isn't a comedy show.
Oh, 51.
51.
Good job. Yes.
So now, we have simplified this expression. Now let me tell you a little bit about simplifying an expression. Claire, are you with me? When you simplify an expression, you're taking it down into the smallest form you can. Now, why don't they just call it solve the expression? That is an awesome question, Jude. Hey, Jude. That's an awesome question. The reason is, there's too much talking. The reason is, as you move towards algebra, you're simplifying an expression, may move down. Zane, underneath that cabinet, there's some tissue because somebody stole the box of tissue out of my class. When you get into algebra, simplifying the expression, you may be done when it says 2x plus 3. Because if you can't figure out x, because that's all you can do, then you'd be done. That's why they call it simplifying. Wait. Oh, almost 200 pounds. Now, let me. Now, I have, in my past, experienced kids freak out when we start algebra. And I'm going to tell you right now, you have done algebra since you learned to add. You don't believe me. You have had... Okay. You have had a problem like this when you learn to add.
That is so easy.
That's a variable. Your variable is a symbol or a letter that takes the place as a number. That's our symbol that took the place of a number. And you all did this. You all did this. All right, let's look at one more before we move on. Let's look at one more quietly.
He's doing our yeah, that's true. So I can just look at my notebook like, okay. Oh, sure, yeah, this is gonna be so easy.
Why are we talking?
Sorry.
And multiply by 4. Okay, so write this down. If you're following along at home, after you write it down, stop the video, solve the problem, come back to the video, see how you did. Because this may be from page 319 that I may assign to you on Monday that will be due Thursday. It may be. Like anyone could possibly know that.
Yeah, you're basically showing those. 19?
I don't remember what I just said. You'll have to watch the video later and find out. Shakalaka.
Goodbye, everybody out.
All right, so in this particular problem, Addie, where are we going to start? Inside the brackets, good. And inside the brackets, we have two sets of parentheses. So, Addie, where are we going to start inside the brackets?
21.
Oh, you're brilliant. 21, subtract 13. We need to find the difference of 21 and 13. That's where we're going to start. Inside the brackets, I have two sets of parentheses. I work those from left to right. Hey, Jude. And Addie, what is the difference between 21 and 13? She's got it. Just relax. She's got it. Hands down. Just be thinking of the next step. So if I call on you, you know.
I got the answer.
Good. Get the answer quietly. Eight. Excellent. So we have inside the brackets. We've solved those parentheses. Simone, what would we do next, Simone?
You would do 32 minus 24.
Good. I'd find the difference of 32 and 24, which is what, Simone?
8.
8. And again, that's inside the bracket. Bring down everything else I haven't used. Now, Cole.
Okay.
Cole. Where would we go next, Cole? What would we...
You add 8 plus 8, and that's 16.
I would add 8 plus 8, and that is 16. We're done with everything inside our brackets.
16 plus...
No, didn't call on you. Didn't call on you. Now we're left, Rowan, we're left with one operation. We need to find the product of 16 and 4, which is what, Rowan?
Oh, I know.
No, quietly. 64. Excellent. So this expression simplifies down all the way to 64.
Yes.
Raise your hand if you'd like to see one more. Awesome.
I'm getting portions to the thing.
Okay. All right. Yes. Yes, go that way. All right, so let's look at another one.
Math is
Look at.
Math is Read for Math 2016.
Write this down.
I know this.
Now this problem that I just wrote down, I want you to write down, but it's a little different because on this alleged assignment I might give you, this is a, what do you call those problems that you have, A, B, C, and D?
Multiple choice?
Multiple choice, yes. This is a multiple choice question. Now what this question says is which expression has a value equal to the value of this expression. So it's asking us, we need to find the value of this expression and then look at the expressions for A, B, C, and D to find one that is equal to this. So I'm probably just going to give you the answer to this expression, and then you'll have to see if it matches with A, B, C, or D.
Can you not give us the answer?
So those of you at home, pause the video. Do the problem. When you're done solving the problem, restart the video. Those of you participating with us here in class, work the problem. Well, that's why we're going over it. All right, so let's go. Hey, Zane.
What?
On this particular problem, where are we going to start?
In the bracket.
In the brackets. That's our biggest grouping symbol. Therefore, we start in the brackets. Mac. You don't understand and you're not watching. Tamara, need to watch, please. We start in the brackets because that's our biggest grouping symbol. And I know you have these notes in your journal. I know you've written them down, you've cut out stuff, you've glued it in. So you have this. So if you were doing them on your own, you could look at your journal. But our biggest grouping symbol is the brackets. Now inside the bracket, Zane, where do you think we should start?
Inside the bracket. Well, it's like we should start inside the bracket.
Good. So we've got two sets of parentheses inside the brackets. So we solve the two sets of parentheses inside the brackets. Zane, we want to find the sum of 12 and 4, which is?
16.
16. I saw this other parentheses. And Zane, we want to find the quotient of 12 and 3?
4.
4. We're still inside the brackets here because we haven't finished everything inside the brackets. Now, if I were to say this in words, I would say multiply the difference of 16 and 4 by 4. That's how I'd say it. Don't argue with me, Kelly.
I will argue.
All right, so Hayden.
Yeah.
Hayden, what would I do next in this particular problem?
Bring the 4 down.
No. Right here.
Oh.
I have this expression. 16 minus 4. So Hayden wants to do 16 minus 4, which is what, Hayden?
12.
12. Now we bring down our 4. We have this expression right here, which only has one operation. That operation is multiplication. So Brinley, please tell me the product of 4 and 12.
48.
48. So now if you were doing this problem on a hypothetical assignment on 319, 320, and this was hypothetically problem 14, and hypothetically it said which one of our answer choices would give us the same answer as 48, then you know that the equation they give you simplifies down to 48, and you would just have to see which one of the expressions in the answer choice would also be 48. Yes, Kelly, let's do one more. What are we? Shh. What? No. All right. Let's go back over here.
319 and not 320. And we'll find out the answer.
Let's look at. I don't know that I've done this. Have we done this one yet? 13 subtract 9 times 3 plus 14 subtract 8 times 2. Have we done this one yet?
No.
All right. So write this one down. Those of you at home, after you've written it down, pause the video, solve the problem, see how you did. This problem may accidentally be problem 9
Yes, it is.
on that alleged assignment that you could hypothetically have.
Question 9.
Maybe.
8.
All right. Let's see. I've called on everybody.
Except me.
All right, Kylie. Where would I start on this problem?
13.99.
Good. I have 2 sets of brackets, 2 sets of grouping symbols here. So I'm going to work my 2 sets of brackets from left to right. Inside this set of brackets, I have parentheses. I have to find the difference of 13 and 9. And what is that, Kylie?
4.
4. So in this bracket, I have 4 times 3 in this bracket. Now I'm going to solve this bracket over here. And I have 14 subtract 8 because that's in the parentheses. So, Lila, what is the difference of 14 and 8?
6.
6. So in this one I have 6 multiplied by 2. 6 multiplied by 2. Well, I can't write if I'm not standing up there. I move. I move. Just chisel. All right, so now Hayden, what is the product of 4 and 3?
12.
12. Plus, Grayson, what is the product of 6 and 2? 12. We have one operation. It's 12 plus 12, which gives me what, Miss Scott? 24.
Dude, that's good. Woohoo!
Okay?
Much happiness.
Boom shakalaka.